Control. Yeah,
Uh,
we're good.
No, it's back. Give it to the quarterback. No, we got the running back.
Straight off the couch.
Here are the stories we're going to be chasing today.
we're going to be chasing the same stories we chase every week, the goings on right here in the NFL. Before we get too far into it, though, let me bring in my broadcast partner, the gangly and gregarious Adam Weidel. Adam, how are you today, brother?
Yeah, we're still going with the G and G, huh? Okay.
I like it. I mean, we can go back to effervescent and all that. I mean, that was a fun one too. But I thought every year,
New season, new me.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Week 2. I gotta say, before we even get into it, 75 touchdowns on Sunday.
Insane. It was just like a scoring nightmare. And it started off Thursday night when the Commanders went into Green Bay, and that was nowhere near as close as the 18-27 score reflects. They were never in the game. Green Bay dominated the whole way through.
I was quite shocked that the Commanders put up 18. I think both of us kind of predicted a closer game than this.
Yeah,
but this was Green Bay all day.
And some of those 18 were that was like garbage time points.
Yeah, it was towards the end for sure.
Yeah.
Now, when we're looking at this and we're looking at the rest of the weekend, we've got 5 starting quarterbacks out right now, injuries, and Jaden Daniels is one of them.
Yeah, he took a quite a beating from. I mean, it's only the second week, but Green Bay's defense looks vicious right now.
Yeah, that Michael Parsons.
Yeah, Michael Parsons. Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
I'm a big fan of his project, by the way.
The Michael Parsons project. So that game was a little bit of a snoozer for me. The Commanders were never in it. It was all Green Bay. Green Bay looks good. They look like a legitimate team right now. But, as I said, first month, things change.
If we remember last year, Atlanta looked like they were world beaters until week 8, and then they fell apart. So take everything with a grain of salt right now.
Yeah, we still have a long season of football ahead of us. Every team still has to play 15 more games. We're already seeing guys hit the ground, injuries, being out for 3 months, whatever it may be.
Injuries are so bad right now. The Los Angeles Rams head coach tore his plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, but he'll be on the sidelines. He just won't be running around.
You got a coach with a turf toe injury. That's how crazy this week has been. Not really any honorable mentions that I want to talk about in the early windows. Late window, the big one I want to talk about. Eagles took it to the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs dynasty is over. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I think that deserves an honorable mention, though.
There was an early window game that I was quite shocked about, actually.
Which one's that?
Giants Cowboys. So
yeah, that one had 7 lead changes in the fourth quarter.
This is the first time that the Giants have played the Cowboys in the Cowboys Stadium at 1:00 in 20 years.
And look what happened.
And they play them in their stadium every year. It's the first time that we've seen those two teams in Texas at 1:00 in the 1:00 window in 20 years. That's amazing to me.
Not to me, because I understand the media bias. They're East Coast teams, and
America's Game of the Week, 4:30, right?
Yeah. And just because they're a New York team and Dallas is an NFC East team, even though I don't think they should be, that's just the way Jerry, when they reconfigured the league, Jerry really stuck his neck out to make sure that happened, and that's just the way it is. But there were 7 lead changes in the fourth quarter alone. It was a crazy game for sure.
The other game that stuck out to me was not that it was a great game, but there was a moment. Patriots Dolphins. Dolphins return a punt for a touchdown, and 12 seconds later, the Patriots return a kickoff for a touchdown. So that was pretty exciting.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, I didn't see that. I missed
Yeah,
that
the
highlight.
rest of the game was playing the chess match. Who's going to the bottom of the AFC East. Um, Everything else that was on the docket for games, nothing really tickled my fancy. But there was a lot of touchdowns. As I said, 75 touchdowns on Sunday.
When the one game ended for me, the carrier switched over to Broncos Colts. That one went down to the wire.
That was a good game too.
Yeah, Broncos Colts went down to the wire. I watched it on the replay on NFL, and that brings us to the next, because we're only really trying to cover the big primetime games this year. So that brings us to the Sunday night game, Falcons at Minnesota, and Minnesota got their dick knocked right in the dirt.
And another quarterback that's out for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And if he put any more eye black on his face, I think he was like one step away from being full blackface.
Yeah, he was like this close to being Al Jolson. Right, yeah.
Yeah, it was like he needs to focus on playing the position and not worrying about his fashion sense. Like, that's a lot of eye black for a nighttime game, in my opinion.
Hey, you just want to be Randall,
Remember the week before, he came out with one eye done, and he did like the whole warrior smear down one eye. And then this week he comes out and he's got like the WWE like demolition with Mr. Fuji kind of look going on.
Remember the Vikings
Or
had
he's
that,
a member of Kiss.
No,
I don't know.
The Vikings had that defensive tackle, or was it an end? I forgot. But Randall, he always did the funny, the big eye black and tried to look like a Kiss candidate. Remember?
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't know what JJ's doing, but he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
He looked awful. The Vikings looked awful.
They're struggling big time. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that for your beloved, because I mean the week before, right?
Don't get me started on the beloved.
It's. I'm sorry, I had to bring that up. But then the Falcons come in and they're just like, hey, like we're just gonna take the Vikings to school. Not an interesting game though. I was kind of nodding off. There wasn't a lot of action.
No, it was a bit of a snooze fest for sure. Yeah. And because it was such a snooze fest, I think we're going to roll right into the early Monday night game, because Minnesota and Atlanta didn't really bring us much in the way of intrigue at all. For primetime
games, this one had its moments. It was a little bit of a snoozer, but it was probably my favorite primetime game of the week.
Well, that's because Baker he's just such a great ball player, man, and he just doesn't give up, and he's not known to have wheels, but his feet got him out of a lot of trouble.
And he did a somersault in the air.
He did. So Baker, once again, sprinkles and nuts. They're on Adam and I, so
whatever you want. If it's cheeseburgers and beer this time, I mean, when you are injured on a play and you get up and you chirp the other team, I mean, I'm so proud of you, Bake.
Yeah, I mean, you go, boyfriend.
He was man,
and they were on the road on top of it. So the Buccaneers won 20-19 over the Texans.
And again, another fourth quarter last minute drive to finish the game, and that's just amazing. I mean, that game became a coin flip at the end. Like, I thought Texans may have iced it up.
Yeah, no, that seems to be the reoccurring theme early in this season. A lot of fourth quarter comebacks. A lot of come from behind wins in the fourth quarter. So
clock management is still an issue, and some teams do it really well, and they're the teams that tend to win the games.
Yeah. And speaking of doing it really well and winning games, that brings us to the late. I didn't even stay up for this one.
Me neither. Now it's a 10 p.m. start, and I get why the NFL did this, because it's a West Coast game, so they're trying to give prime time to the West Coast, because those people generally get it at like 5 or 6 o'clock or whatever, maybe even 4 o'clock if it was like a 7 p.m. start.
They're missing the first quarter because they're on their commute home. Yeah.
So I get why the NFL did it, but I was not staying up till 1:30 in the morning to watch a football game.
I watched the replay today on the NFL Network, but Chargers handily just really took it to the Raiders. The Raiders were never really in the game.
I was about halfway through the second quarter when I looked at the time and I was like, yeah, this is going to be bad. So I'm going to shut it off. But it was 10-3 Chargers at that point.
Yeah, and it final score was Chargers 20, Raiders 9. And Raiders, they never got in the end zone. That was all field goals. So
Yeah, and they had a nice shot of Tommy Terrific up in the manager's box, and that made me question some shit.
Well, the league came out today and said as long as he's just in a coach's box and not on the sidelines or the locker room, that's okay. So the league said that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't agree, but that's what the league said. So
I don't know. I love Tommy, and I love what he did for New England, and I like that he brought life back to the Bucks and made Tampa Bay believe again. And now Tampa Bay has their successor quarterback who's doing an amazing job.
Baker, there's no quit in him, man. There's just no quit in him.
He's finally in a home, man. He's finally got his forever home, I hope, because he took a shit kick in there from all the different teams that he got traded to and stuff, and then Tampa Bay said, you know what, we don't trust that. Everybody's talking shit about you, and they've been trading you around. We're going to give you a 1-year prove it deal. And I don't think he has to prove it anymore.
No, I think
he's still playing hard.
He really is, and he like I said earlier, he's not known to be a mobile running quarterback. And last night his legs did the job for him. So
I'd laugh if he got the comeback player of the year, and it's because he came back as a member of the Browns.
the Browns. During the training camp, they had like 9 quarterbacks on their roster. Now they don't look so stupid because teams are contacting them about quarterbacks that were on their roster.
You got any more of them quarterbacks? Yeah, so that is basically our wrap. Sunday was the exciting day, 75 touchdowns. So I was watching Red Zone, and man, Scott Hansen could not keep up.
A lot of scoring going on, and most of it was in Detroit.
Jesus. Hey, Ben Johnson, welcome home.
My poor Bears. It's just like I've seen this movie before.
The Lions even did a celly in the end zone when they scored of one of the plays that Ben Johnson drew up last year, where Jared Goff looked like he fell, but it was a drawn up play.
Yeah. I was texting Bratcher, and when the Sun God got the one touchdown, he hopped up and pretended to have a hamstring. He thought that was a funny little celebration thing. I texted Chris. I go, I wouldn't be doing that if I were a pro athlete right now, because that might be calling out a problem later on.
Yeah, I mean that karma will bite you in the ass, man.
Big time. Big time. So let's
move into week 3.
Yeah, Thursday night we have, I don't know if this is going to be a good game or not, but the contestants are the Miami Dolphins flying all the way up to upstate New York to play the Bills. I think I'm going to take the Bills on this one.
I don't know how we can't take the Bills. Oh, before we get into this, right now we've picked the same teams for weeks 1 and 2. And we've gotten fucked by one team every week. So we're 6-2 right now. Both of us are 6-2. Moving into week 3, we're both picking the Bills. How can you not pick the Bills?
Even if they start Mitchell Trubisky, I think they're going to beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins are in major disarray right now.
Josh Allen will play with his head missing, for Christ's sakes. He'll go off to the sidelines. He said, my head fell off. They'll reattach it with duct tape.
And a little super glue.
Yeah, and he'll come back out and finish the game like Superman.
Yeah,
Guy, it looked like he broke his nose, and he pulled himself off the field, and Trubisky came in, and then he ran back out in the field for the next play with a piece of gauze shoved up his nose, and he played well.
He's there's a reason why he was the MVP last year, and he's looking like he's going to try for 2 in a row, but that's, Lamar Jackson's going to have something to say about that, I think.
That's our Thursday nighter. Apparently, anybody that has a Miami Dolphins jersey and has thrown a spiral in their life can show up to practice this week, because apparently they're looking, and it looks like the rest of the team is really fed up with Tua. So I don't see that going well for them going up into upstate New York.
I think Tua took one too many hits to the head with a snake, is what happened.
I think the concussions have caught up finally.
Yeah. Is there anything else in that early window that's tickling your fancy at all?
I'm just going to look at the early window real quick here. I'm just going to run over the games real quick. We got Atlanta going into Carolina, Green Bay going into Cleveland. We don't even talk about that. Houston going into Jacksonville, Cincinnati visiting Minnesota,
That's an interesting.
Pittsburgh.
That's an interesting one, Cincy, Minnesota, simply because they're both going to be starting backup quarterbacks.
Okay, Pittsburgh, New England, Rams at Philly. Both those teams are 2-0 right now, but I think Philly's got the edge there for sure.
Absolutely.
Jets are visiting the Buccaneers for their home opener. Indy's going to Tennessee. Las Vegas is going to visit Washington. We have another matchup in this AFC West. Denver, Los Angeles Chargers. That's the big one I'm going to be watching.
That's a 305, 405, depending if you're East Coast or West Coast. But yeah, that's in the late window. The other one in the late window, I'm obviously going to be keeping an eye on because it might be the first W for the beloved. I'm Bears Cowboys. Cowboys are coming into Chicago for the late window game.
Oh, is that America's game of the week?
Yeah, that's the 3:25 start, so it could be. I mean,
the rest of the league is not playing divisional. There's only one or two divisional games this week. So
Cardinals Niners is divisional.
Yep.
And that's about
and
it. Broncos Chargers.
Dolphins Bills and Broncos Chargers, and I think Broncos Chargers is going to be the game to watch.
And how this game Sunday night got on the Sunday night docket, I'll never know. Kansas City flying all the way to New York to play the Giants.
Yeah, so I've got questions.
I don't have answers for this one. I'm sorry.
Obviously, like the Giants put up, 37 points, 40 points on the weekend?
The Giants put up 37, yeah.
Yeah, 37 points. And the Chiefs are just not looking like the Chiefs. And if you want to do some stats, the Chiefs have lost their last 3 games.
The Chiefs, I'm starting to see some cracks in the armor. You see, look, there was a moment the camera panned over to the sideline, and Kelsey was chewing out the wide receivers like he was a coach or something,
Yeah, there's my girlfriend's watching. How can you do this to me?
Did you see did you see they put up screens to block people watching her come and go?
Yeah, and Mahomes is doing all the running. He's got more running yards than the damn running backs. I don't know what's going on there, and they need to fix it. I just don't know. I just don't know if they're going to come out angry.
Well, on paper they should be able to beat the Giants, but the Giants after a win like that, one of two things are going to happen. They're going to fall, or after a loss like that, I should say, they're either going to fall apart and be a wreck the rest of the season, or they're going to rally. My money's on falling apart, and I think we'll see the backup quarterback before the end of the season. So I think I'm going to take Kansas City on this one. I think they're going to get off the schneid.
You're taking KC. Yeah. I think the Giants can handle this.
You're going to go to New York. That's a bold.
I'm going to go against the grain just because.
That's a bold that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Yeah, I just see Russell and those moon balls are so accurate, and
he still throws a really good, nice deep ball. Yeah.
I know the Giants have some work to do, but so do the Chiefs, and they're going into the Giants' house. And I don't know. The games that the Giants have been playing have been
competitive.
They've been pretty competitive.
Yeah.
So, that Cowboys-Giants game was on my screen so much because the scoring was so high. Now, Chiefs defense, it's got some problems, so the Giants should be able to score. Giants defense, on the other hand, has got its share of problems too. The Chiefs might be able to score.
It does.
So I can see this one being like a 30-34 game or something like that. I could see it being like just over a field goal difference.
You're talking a 1-score difference. Okay, all right.
Yeah, just over a field goal, 1 possession.
And that brings us to what potentially is going to be a good game on Monday night. Detroit going into Baltimore to play the Ravens. Wow. After the way Detroit handled the Bears, because remember they struggled against Green Bay. That might have been the new offensive coordinator, and that might have been just Green Bay's defense, a combination of the two working at the same time. But I think they figured out the coordinator part.
They may have just had the yips.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because the way they lost to the Commanders in the playoffs, they might
first week jitters.
Yeah, something. I want to say Lions, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to call Ravens.
Yeah, so I'm having a hard time with this one. The team that's going to win is the team that scores first.
I thought I thought you were going to pull a boomer and say the team that's going to win is the one that scores the most points. Thanks, boomer. I didn't have that.
Yeah. Oh, we could do a Mike McDaniel's is like his press conference was a mess. The Miami Dolphins one.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that was ugly. That press conference was worse than the game.
yeah. I think he got some of Boomer's DNA or Booger's DNA. You know.
Yeah, because
but
they went to ask him a question. He goes, I don't know who's playing.
yeah. Lions, Ravens, both these teams are dynamic. They both have some amazing offenses. They both have great defenses. But they both win games when they score first. So it's
Yeah.
whoever scores first. You're going to take the Lions. So
No,
I got to take the
no.
No, you're going to take the Ravens?
Yeah, I want to say
All
Lions,
right.
but I just can't go against
All
the
right.
Ravens right now.
I'll take the Lions then because I mean
This is a coin
they're
flip.
both
to me.
1-1.
This is going to be a 1 or 2 point game, I think.
I would prefer not to see these teams play each other, but
Right? Yeah.
yeah, because there's like they can both do some serious damage, and I think there's other teams in the league that deserve the punishment that they're going to put out. And I also believe that after this game, they're going to have a lot of injuries on both teams.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can totally see.
And
that.
I think it's too early in the season for that. I think it ruins their playoff potential right now. These two teams playing.
Well, and Minnesota, not only did they lose JJ, they lost Aaron Jones. I mean, so that's going to affect the entire division as well. This is going to be a good game, this Monday night game. How did the Giants? This is like their second or third primetime game in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know, and I honestly am questioning. Well, I'm questioning like when can Flex start earlier because here we are with the Chiefs again in prime time, and I know they're like they were supposed to be the darlings
They're
forever.
the media darlings, yeah.
Yeah, and you know Taylor. It's all about Taylor Swift. It has nothing to do with how the team's doing. They just want to get those fangirl numbers up, right? Oh, ladies are liking football because Taylor's here, and I got news for you. Guys in marketing and media in the NFL.
A lot of women liked football before Taylor Swift started watching
exactly. And, you know, some women are very intelligent when it comes to football and can talk circles around the so-called husbands that are experts that have watched it since they were kids.
Yeah,
If a lady likes something, she will put focus and effort into it, and she will learn it and understand it, and she will make you look like a fucking idiot. So NFL, take some fucking notes. Taylor is not drawing in a bigger audience for you. They were already here.
Yeah. I one of the text exchanges I have on a regular basis is with Deb, and she's pretty knowledgeable about football. We have some nice football conversations, you know. Yeah, women. Yeah, I think the NFL is doing them a bit of a disservice. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so it's all like it goes back to how men used to be writers for TV shows and movies, and it was always male dominated, right?
Right.
And you wondered why you hated some of the female characters because they were written by fucking men.
Yeah, and they were written to make the women look like they're fools, and they're just
exactly. And it's not the case at all.
Not the
so
case,
yeah,
no.
we're feminists on this show, by the way.
I'm not feminist. I'm a humanist.
People kind.
Yeah, everybody. Nobody's as dumb as people think they are. I'm sorry. I think everybody's got a valid point of view and a valid opinion, and it's just a matter of how much effort they putting into whatever. You know.
I got a shirt that says "Humankind be both." I like that.
Yeah.
And being kind is punk these days.
You know what? The most radical thing you can do right now. Have common sense. That's the most radical thing in the world right now.
That's we're just getting completely off track. We're not talking football. We're
Well, we only got 24 minutes into the pod here, so we got a couple minutes to burn.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so this is the what do they call that? The intermission.
We're just fleshing out the script a little bit.
There we go. Yeah, figuring it out. People are going to be calling in, just be like, we might actually get an email this week. You guys are feminists. Rah, I heard feminists.
No, I love the ladies.
Yeah, the ladies' man.
The ladies' man.
So here's our picks so far. Dolphins go into Buffalo. We've both taken the Bills. Chiefs move into New Jersey, and you've taken the Chiefs. I've taken the Giants because I'm crazy like that. Lions are going to Baltimore. They're going to lose the wheels off. Well, no, they're from Detroit, so they're going to have the shitty wheels on their cars anyway. Uh, yeah, so both going into the inner city there. It doesn't matter where you go. They've got the steelies on, the steel rims on, so you don't take those. Um, I've got the Lions, you got the Ravens. So it's going to be an interesting week. Things are going to shake up.
It is. It is. I think we're going to be in for a bit of a fun week of football. And
I'm very happy that ESPN's not doing the Monday night doubleheader this week because Monday night is kind of my night to like just unwind, and whoever they give me for football,
it's kind
it's
of
like,
background noise.
okay, no, no, it doesn't even matter. I'll just take it, but I don't want to watch, 16 games.
Okay, you don't
at
want
once.
to. I got you. You don't want to invest the entire flipping day on it. You just a 3 hour in and out, and you're good.
Yeah, just to focus on a game, listen to the announcers, make fun of them because the announcer last night was like, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar
Oh
for
yeah,
some
yeah,
like
yeah.
WWE event, and I was just like, what the hell was that?
The guy on the second game, yeah, because
Yeah,
the
on the
first game,
second
the
game.
first game's Joe Buck and Troy, so that's going to be a pretty good
Yeah.
product. And since one of the things we do every year, Al Michaels is wasn't bad for the first Thursday night. What's the over under on him calling, just giving up on the fucking season again?
So we're gonna have to reevaluate come week 8, but right now the over under, it's actually 2-1 that he gives up.
Because remember, like week 6 last year, he started calling him in, and we think the bosses had a talk with him because the next week he was a little more active, a little more engaged.
He was a little more peppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they had the special guests come in to the booth, Al Michaels
to pad
was
out
like
time,
having a
yeah.
nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirk Herbstreit was carrying everything.
Yeah. So, but next week we go back into the doubleheader again on Monday night, which kind of sucks.
Well, is it like the 2 games back to back? Because every once in a while the doubleheaders they do, it's just like a 1 hour delay. So there's actually 2 games going on simultaneously.
I don't see this being a late game, early game. Well, maybe it is because Jets are going to Miami, and then the Bengals are going to Denver. So it might be a late window game. I'm not sure. I will check the schedule here real quick and let you know. Of course.
I have bated breath.
I'm just curious of the times. That's all I'm looking for. Yeah, it's 7:15, 8:15, so 6:15, 7:15 for you. So that's a tough one.
Yeah, because you don't know which one to
Because
watch.
You start watching the first one obviously because it's an hour ahead.
Right.
But come the second quarter, mid-second quarter, the second one's starting.
And if that first one's not holding your interest, you're flipping the channel.
Well, I'm already flipping the channel because I'm going to do pitcher and pitcher usually with 2 games. But yeah, then the half times are all screwed up too. So you have to go back, like Bengals Broncos will go into halftime, and you'll have to go back to Jets Dolphins, even though you expect that to be the worst
and
thing
you get
ever.
And you get a double dose of Scott Van Pelt at halftime, who is just god awful.
Yes.
Scott Van Pelt is probably my least favorite guy right now.
He's got a peppy voice, but that's about it.
Yeah. Go ahead and let Mr. Kelsey go ahead and run that thing because he's much better than Scott Van Pelt.
I really like Jason Kelsey as a commentator.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else to add? Do we cover everything? I mean,
I was really excited for a lot of touchdowns this week, and I'm hoping that it continues. But I think if teams keep playing at this pace, we're going to have a pretty crappy football season by week 6, and everybody's going to be injured.
I don't think it's going to continue this way. It always seems to be this way at the beginning of the years. It takes defenses a little while to get film and figure out what's going to happen for that. And like you've pointed out in the past, by week 5, week 6, they start getting enough film and they understand tendencies, and the defenses start catching up to the offense. So I think this is just a rarity.
It's growing pains at the beginning of the season.
Exactly. All right. Well,
how can they get a hold of us?
yeah. How do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, well, they can find me at on the Twitter, the tweet deck, the X, whatever they're calling it these days. I don't know what the kids are calling it.
The kids
it used
are
to be
just
Twitter.
Yeah.
Used to be Twitter. It's X or something like that now. And then also on the Instagram, both are Adam Off the Couch. And you can also hit us up at Straight Off the Couch at Gmail or Straight Off the Couch Podcast at gmail.com if you're into that old emailing kind of thing. How about you, Terry?
You can find me on the X or Twitter or the tweet deck or whatever. That thing. At TRE. Yeah, we're old. We're no longer hip. I mean, I'm a boomer for crying out loud. It's okay to actually say okay boomer to me because I'm not going to be offended. At TREMUP. At TREMUP. You can find me on the gram at Tear'emUpTerry. For my broadcast partner, don't leave things unsaid. Check on those you love. Until next week, bye-bye, boys and girls.